everybody. Today on the call we have Sarah Edwards, and she has been a BNI member for going on 2 years now, and has a fantastic business that she's going to talk about today. So thank you very much for being on the call. Actually, Sarah, tell us what business that you're with, and how long have you been a member of BNI?
Okay, so we recently had a name change, but I own an insurance brokerage called Bora Insurance Brokers, and we have physical locations in Aberdeen and in Hanley, but we service clients across the province. So, and it was my BNI anniversary last month. So I have been a BNI member for just over 2 years.
Okay, very good. Well, tell me a little bit more about some of the products and services that you offer.
So we actually offer pretty much everything except for life insurance. So we offer car insurance. We do issuing, so like plates and driver's licenses and stuff. We also do home insurance, business insurance, farm insurance, bonds, health insurance, travel insurance. Pretty much you name it, we can sell it except for life.
Cyber insurance, is that a thing?
That's a thing. Yeah. It's usually tacked on to business insurance, but you can have it as a standalone as well. But yeah, we sell everything pretty much.
And what are your typical types of clients?
Out in the rural centers, most of our clients are farmers.
Okay.
And a lot of the people that we get in the door, we get in when they're young. So either with an auto pack or a tenant pack. And then we kind of sell to them from there. Maybe they go on a trip with their friends. We get them some travel insurance. And then maybe they realize that glasses and dental are expensive. So we get them on a health plan. And then they grow and have a family and buy a house and all that fun stuff. So then we can stay with them for all of their life's changes. So yeah, but our typical client out there is a farm policy. In the city, generally it's either business insurance, like restaurants or something, or house insurance. Those are our typical clients.
So do you find that you do service a lot of businesses in Saskatoon, or is it mostly rural?
I would say most of our businesses are in Saskatoon. Yeah. Not by a large margin. We do have businesses in rural communities, but we even have businesses in Regina as well. So yeah, so we don't have to physically be there. We try to do phone calls and whatnot, but sometimes we do have to do inspections, but those are pretty rare.
Okay.
But yeah, we do have like businesses in Saskatoon. So restaurants mostly, but we've got like manufacturing and that kind of stuff too.
Is there a project that sticks out in your mind, or a policy that you just felt really good that you nailed it and you were able to get them some insurance? Is there anything like that you can think of that? Really
There's actually quite a few. I was thinking about that when you sent me these questions earlier, and I was like, you know what? I'm actually pretty proud of quite a few of these things. So, for example, often when people switch brokerages, if they've started their insurance journey with someone else and then they switch over to us, I try to get them better insurance. And I had an example of just over a year ago, I had a client move over to us and they had a Home Pack B, and we switched them to a Home Pack 3, which just gives them better coverage. And then about a month later, they had a loss that wouldn't have been covered under the Home Pack B, and it was covered under the Home Pack 3, and it was like 30 grand. So they were very excited when they found out. But I don't know, there's been lots of instances. We had an insurance company who misinsured the level of insurance on a bin, and then it collapsed. And we fought for that customer, saying, you know what, we applied for this insurance. And then they came back and said, okay. And that client got coverage for his bin. So yeah, there's been a few instances like that where we've either given them better coverage for pretty much the same price or slightly more. or we've gone to bat for our customers and we've won. So,
Wow.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What would you say is unique about you and your business?
So I was thinking about this one, and I think that there's two things that combined make us really unique. A lot of brokers will give you small town service, so they really get to know their customers and whatnot. And that's one of our flagship items that we really believe in is we really get to know our customers. Some brokers, it's not so much. It's not as important to them, but that's something that's really important to us. But the other thing that really makes us unique is we really believe in education. So we educate both ourselves and our customers. So we educate, like I just signed up for 9 webinars yesterday, and I have multiple designations, multiple insurance designations. So our brokers are some of the most well-informed in the entire province, but we also like to make sure that our customers are well-informed. So that customer last year, I explained to her the difference between a Pack B and a Pack 3. And I mean, eventually I don't think she retained too much of it, but I did it, you know, you do explain it and take the time, and a lot of brokers don't do that. So
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So why did you get into the insurance world?
I think everybody in the insurance world will tell you that they fell into it by accident.
Okay.
And I am no different. My mom's an insurance broker. She owns her own brokerage called Green Teal Insurance Brokers out in Nokomis and Drake. And it was through her, honestly. She found this brokerage for sale in Aberdeen several years ago, and I ended up buying it. So I just sort of fell into it. It's actually quite an amusing story.
And so you started with the brokerage in Aberdeen, and then how did the one in Hanley come about?
Kind of through my mom again. So my mom actually helped me with the whole process of buying Aberdeen and everything. And then the lady who owned the brokerage in Hanley was originally from Nokomis and used to be my dad's neighbor. And so she was actually also friends with my employee in Aberdeen. And I was friends with her employee there in Hanley. So there was a lot of connections, and she just thought of us and was curious if we were interested in buying. And my mom said no, but ask Sarah. So actually my mom phoned me and told me that she had that conversation. And I said, you know what? Yeah, I am interested. So I ended up buying it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then, so 2 years ago, since you've had your BNI anniversary, you got involved with BNI. Why did you get involved, and how's it impacted your business now?
So about 5 years ago, I was really good friends with this electrician who was part of BNI. And he was always telling us about BNI and how good it's been for his business and how we should come to a meeting. And he was mostly talking to my partner. He wasn't talking to me because there was an insurance broker there. But then I ended up kind of in a pickle a couple years ago, and I phoned my real estate agent and I said, you know what, sell my house for me. And he says, okay, come to this meeting. So I showed up at the meeting and I was kind of skeptical, and then I was like, wait a second, this must have been that thing that my friend was talking about. So I phoned my friend right after the meeting and I said, is BNI what you were telling us about a few years ago? And he says, yes, do it. So I joined, and honestly, it's been such a good thing for me. I wouldn't quite say a transformation, but I don't know, maybe a transformation. I don't know. It has changed the way that I think about business and getting business and networking, and it's changed a lot. And it's given me a lot more positive of an attitude. I mean, I think I've always been positive, but just being surrounded by more positive people every week has really helped that as well. So yeah, I love it.
That's fantastic. Well, we love having you part of the organization. Sarah is also the president of her chapter right now. So she's leading a great group called BNI Living Skies. But then she's also an ambassador. And as an ambassador, she helps and supports another chapter in Saskatoon to be successful as well. So does a lot for us, and we really, really appreciate that and everything that you do. Well, congratulations on the success of your company and your rebranding with Bora Insurance. I know that's a big deal, but very exciting to see that. Thank you very much for being on the call today and for chatting with me about your business and talking to me about BNI. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish you a fantastic weekend.
Thanks. You too.